How are you all? I hope you are fine. I am Michaela Cesarudi Santa. I am here with you. Yes, you are right to uh, watch the title United States security can be in the danger by Islamic Iranian terrorism. And therefore, I want to here to say something about my points. Now, you would have to say that why I am roasting Tulsi Gabbard. Well, this is the serious issue that I have say at the points. Well, I would say something. I would say something about my points, but I am afraid that if my life would be short in 10 minutes, it is the short points but very dangerous for us. Okay, therefore, well, I would tell you about something and let's have the points. Well, now I would tell you who is Tulsi Gabbard. Well, if United States people watching my live, they have already know that who is Tulsi Gabbard. But if the English lingual people who is not a citizen in the United States of America, that means England, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa, and some people who can speak English but live in Germany, Spain, Mexico. I would tell you that Tulsi Gabbard is now the elected United States Security Chief. Well, during the election of 2024, Shukran Habibi, good morning. Well, would I tell something that the election of 2024, Donald Trump elected as a president of the United States of America. Well, it is our great achievement that the opponent candidate was Kamala Harris, the anti-national girl of the United States of America. Therefore, our honorable American citizen elect Donald Trump as the president of United States of America. Well, now when Donald Trump take a oath as United States of America in the date of January 6, 2025, here God, we have to say some shocking, and that is our Tulsi Gabbard is the elected security head of the United States of America Security Department. Well, here we have some hope about for Tulsi Gabbard because before the election, Tulsi Gabbard said that she is concerned about Bangladeshi Hindu. She is concerned about Pakistani non-Muslim. She is concerned about Bangladeshi Christians, and she is concerned about any non-Muslim person who is living in the Muslim country. Well, then we were impressed on Tulsi Gabbard. Now, as she elected the United States Security Department chief, secretary, we have had a hope that perhaps she would give a strength to United States Security Department, and she would protect our non-Muslim community of the Muslim world, particularly non-Muslim community in Iran, non-Muslim community in Bangladesh, non-Muslim community in Pakistan, and non-Muslim community in Malaysia. But then now, why I am roasting Tulsi Gabbard as a United States security chief? Well, here is the shocking point I have got to know. I would like to tell something. Okay. Now here is the points. Well, okay. CIA information to Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, CIA information to Tulsi Gabbard about Iran, where Israeli informer is Gal Gadot. It's my girlfriend. But now, let's talk about what is failure of Tulsi Gabbard. Here is the Tulsi Gabbard. Now, I am talking the case 0. Well, as case 0, the Iranian terrorist naval cell can divert from Abadan, Iran, and they can arrive Texas City, the province state Texas of the United States of America. And what is via? The via is Suez Canal. Well, let's talk about naval route distance. The naval route distance is 18,459 kilometers. And what is the speed? The speed is 148 kilometers per hour. Well, now, okay, now I am recording live with the data because my Wi-Fi internet has been interrupted. Well, I would not be shocked if the live would end is less than 30 minutes. Okay. Now let's about the talks. We have information that the travel time is 5 days, 5 hours. Okay. How we calculate? We calculate that 5 days, 5 hours. That means we know that 1 day is equal to 24 hours. And what is 5 day? The 5 day is 120 hours. Well, they are talking about 125 hours. And would we convert to from hour to second? What is the result? The result is 450,000 seconds. Oh, now I can say 455,000 seconds because I wish the audience would be from Europeans or Americans or Chinese or Japanese or Australian or New Zealander. Well, here is the weight. The weight is 34 million kilograms. Well, we are talking about heaviest naval ship of the Iranian terrorist. Okay, therefore, I got to know that the weight of Iranian terrorist naval ship is 34 million kilograms. Okay, now let's talk with you. What is the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship? Now, it can the well Iranian nuclear project has been failed in several times. Therefore, for now, the fuel is petrol. Well, what is the kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship? Let's have to find out. As we know that, what is the kinetic energy? The kinetic energy is half mv square. And what is V? V is S divided by T. Now, hence the kinetic energy is half m s square divided by T square. But now, as we know that power is equal to kinetic energy divided by time. Well, here m is weight, s is distance, and t is time, travel time. Therefore, kinetic power is equal to half Iranian terrorist naval ship weight multiplied by naval route distance square divided by travel time q. And now here we go. Now here let me see. Here we have written that 17 million kilogram multiplied by 18,459,000 meter square divided by 450,000 cube. Now, there is some curiosity that when my weight of Iranian terrorist naval ship is 34 million kilogram, then why I would mention here 17 million kilogram. Okay, the point is that Iranian terrorist naval ship weight is 34 million kilogram. Hence, the half of Iranian terrorist naval ship weight is 17 million kilogram indeed. Therefore, I had read. We had write 17 million kilogram. Well, now secondly, why we have written 18,459,000 meters? We know that our distance is 18,459 kilogram, and we know that 1 kilogram 18,459 kilometer, and we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meter. Therefore, 18,459 kilometer is 18,459,000 meter. Okay. Now here we go. The points. The points is that 63,567 watt. But we know that if we have to generate our nuclear weapon, we would have 50,000 kilowatt. But here, the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship is 63,567 only watt, not a kilowatt. But that means 63.6 kilowatt. As a point, we would not have problem from the ship as a security, but it is our thinking. But as Tulsi Gabbard is the security chief of our national United States National Security Department, she had to know that she knew that when 63.6 watt that kilowatt, that means 64 kilowatt of Iranian of the kinetic power of the petrol of the Iranian terrorist naval ship can be the security threat on Texas City, provincial state, Texas, and country is the United States of America. And there is the largest threat we have perceived. Well, how was arrangement against Iran naval ship? Well, the answer from the Tulsi Gabbard is 0. That is the largest threat we have know. Well, an Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel on woman. Woman is not a female woman. This is Oman. Iranian terrorist naval ship Oman can travel the sea beach of Oman, can travel the sea beach of Yemen, can travel the sea beach of Somaliland, Somalia, can travel the sea beach of Egypt, because the via is Suez Canal, can travel the sea beach of Greece, can travel the sea beach of Italy, can travel the sea beach of France, can travel the sea beach of Spain, can travel the sea beach of Portugal, can travel the Atlantic Ocean, can travel the Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America. While I am living in Germany, I mean my live location is Germany, hence we can say Gulf of Mexico at the same time of we can say Gulf of America. But if we would live in Mexico, we would say the Gulf of Mexico, and in America we would say the Gulf of America. Okay. Now, while my location is Gulf of when my location is live location is Germany, therefore I can say the Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel the Gulf of Mexico and America. Well, Tulsi, why Tulsi Gabbard could not arrangement against Iranian terrorist naval ship? This is the great threat as we can perceive. That is the security failure of Tulsi Gabbard. Well, it is the heaviest ship. It is the heaviest Iranian terrorist naval ship. But what happened if it is? It would be if it would be the Iranian terrorist boat, not a ship. That would be boat. One, the weight would be only 34 kilograms, and as an effect, the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval boat would be 63.6 watt. That means almost 64 watt. Still, the boat where 4 Iranian terrorists can travel, it can be threat for the security of for the national security of United States of America. Well, as we can calculate that what is the points, Tulsi Gabbard would know the points. Tulsi Gabbard, of course, Tulsi Gabbard know that within 64 watt of boat and 64 kilowatt of Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship can be security threat, national security threat of the United States of America. But we are shocked that, but I and my girlfriend, it is my, it is the character of my girlfriend. Real life, I have not a relation with my celebrity, but in the story, it is only the character of my girlfriend. Well, my girlfriend Gal Gadot, as a Mossad agent, know that within 64 kilowatt Iranian terrorist naval ship can be a national threat for United States of America. Then why Tulsi Gabbard did not have a proper action against the travel route? I am shocked. Well, and now I have talked the case number 0 in 23 minutes. Now I hope 5 minutes would be the for each case, each 4 case. Well, the case 0, the via is Suez Canal. Well, here now here we are going to case 1. Okay, what is case 1? Well, the case 1 is that Iranian terrorist naval ship depart from Abadan, Iran to arrive Texas City, the provincial state Texas. The country is United States of America. What is via? The via is Cape of Good Hope. Well, then what would be the distance? The distance would be 23,384 kilometers. We know that the speed is 148 kilometer per hour. Well, we know what is the travel time. The travel time is 6 day 14 hour. Well, as we know that what is the value of 6 day. Well, therefore let's have the calculate. Well, calculate doesn't wrong, but when a human calculate this, he would mistake some input. Okay, now what is the meaning? One. We know that one day is 24 hours. Well, now here we got to know that 6 day. What is 6 day? 6 day is 144 hours. And when we add when we add 144 hours by 14, so what is the result? The result is 158. That means the travel time is 6 day 14 hours. And what is the conversion of hour? The conversion of hour is 158. But now, what is meaning of 158? We know that 1 hour is 306. I apologize. 1 hour is 3600 seconds. Well, so what is the meaning of 158 hour? 158 hour means 568,800 seconds. So, well, here we have mentioned our points correctly. Okay. Well, we know previously the Iranian terrorist naval ship is 34 million kilograms. Well, we know that what is the equation of kinetic power. Every of us know the physics because most of our audience and my girlfriend and me and my wife are in science background student. Well, what is the power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship? That is 50,514 watt. The round figure is 51 kilowatt, not a 50,000 kilowatt. Well, in the case 1, we got to know that okay, what is 50,000 kilowatt? 50,000 kilowatt is 50 million watt. And now the Iranian naval ship kinetic power is the key to subtract the nuclear power and nuclear weapon generation power. And what is that? Okay. Well, and now okay. And what is that? That is 0.1%. Now, we can talk that well here is the largest problem. The problem is that Iranian terrorist naval ship can depart from Abadan, Iran, and arrival to Texas City, the provincial state Texas, and the United States of America. And what is via? Via is Cape of Good Hope. What is the meaning that? The meaning is that it is the largest problem. Well, the meaning is that Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel the sea beach of country Oman, the sea beach of country Yemen, the sea beach of country Somalia, the sea beach of country Somaliland, the sea beach of country Tanzania, the sea beach of country Madagascar, a sea beach of country Mauritius, the sea beach of country Zimbabwe. Well, I am confused if Zimbabwe would contain any sea beach or not. I don't have sure, but the west neighborhood country of the Zimbabwe contains always a sea beach. So Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel that sea beach. Well, the Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel every sea beach of the South Africa. That means Iranian terrorists would have entered the the South Ocean. That means the Iranian Iranian terrorist naval ship has crossed the border between Indian Ocean and South Ocean. Then then what would happen? The happen is that the Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel Argentina. The Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel Brazil. The Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel the sea beach of Venezuela. Well, the Iranian travels sea beach can travel of Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel sea beach of French Guiana and British Guiana. Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel the sea beach of Mexico as the Gulf of Mexico. Then that would enter the Gulf of America. Then the Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel the sea beach of Cuba. Then they enter into the Texas City, the provincial state Texas of the United States of America. Well, what would be the travel distance is 23,384 kilometers. And now we have to convert kilometer into meter. So the distance is 23,384,000 meters. And we know that travel time is 6 days 14 hours. That means 568,800 seconds. Now we know the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship. And what is that? That is 50.5 514 kilowatt. That means that would be the 0.1% of the power to generate a nuclear weapon in Iran. Well, there is some misleading for us that only 50,000 kilowatt power to generate nuclear weapon generate on nuclear project can be the national threat of United States of America. But as I know, the reality is the kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship can be the threat of the national security of the United States of America. Well, I know the reality. Gal Gadot know the reality, but Tulsi Gabbard didn't know the reality. Tulsi Gabbard always knew the reality about Iranian terrorist naval ship. Well, but Tulsi Gabbard didn't action about case 1 naval route information. Well, therefore, when my girlfriend Gal Gadot asked how was arrangement against Iranian terrorist naval ship, the answer is 0. And that is shocking for our world. Okay. But if that would be the Iranian terrorist naval boat, not a ship, then what would happen? We would the weight of the boat would be 34,000 kilograms in lieu of 34 million kilograms. And what would happen? The kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship would be 50.514 watt. And what would be the result? Let's check it out. Okay, the result would be crystally shocking. 50.514 divided by 50 million watt multiplied by 100. That would be 0.0001%, not a 0.1%. But and here we know that points. We are discussing about Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship. But what if what be Iranian terrorist naval ship, but that would be thin? That means would be less weight. Well, that would be 1,000 tons, 2,000 tons. That means 2 million kilogram. Well, now here we know the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship is if to be weight 34 million kilogram is 50,514 watt. And now at the first weight we would my my input is 50,514 watts. Now I would divide it that by 34, then I would multiply it by 2. Then what would be that? That would be 3000 2971.4. What is the round figure? The round figure is 2971 kilowatt. I apologize, 2971 72 watt. Well, what is thin naval United Terrorist thin naval ship kinetic power? That is 2972 watt. And what would be that? Okay, we would subtract by the power to generate the nuclear weapon, and that would be 50,000 kilowatt. That means 50 million watt. Okay, then I would be multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. Well, what is the percentage? Okay, the percentage is 0.00594%. Okay, I would mute the points. Well, uh, 1, 2, 3. Within 0.1 power of to generate nuclear weapon as a power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship can be the threat of national security of United States of America with the view of South African Cape of Good Hope. I know. Okay. Well, I know the reality. My girlfriend Gal Gadot know the reality, but it has to it is tough to believe that our CIA, that means United States National Security Secretary Tulsi Gabbard did not know the reality. She knew that, but the problem is still Canada Iranian kinetic power she did not take a security arrangement in the route of Iranian terrorist naval ship at the via of Cape of Good Hope. Well, Tulsi Gabbard has had a chance to have a counter base in the South Africa Cape of Good Hope to provide the resist on Iranian terrorist naval ship, but she didn't did it just in the excuse of uh, high expenditure. Here, security is the largest threat that Iranian terrorist naval ship would create. Well, now I am backing to our case 0. What is would be the case 0? Let's have the back. Well, we know the points. Now here, what is the power comparison? We know that is 63,567 watt. Well, we have an input of 63,567 watt. And would I subtract by the power to generate a nuclear weapon? What is that? That is 50,000 kilowatt. And what is 50,000 kilowatt? That is 50 million watt. Well, what would be that? That is okay. What would be the percentage? The percentage is 0.1272. Okay. As a kinetic power, 0.1272% of power to generate nuclear weapon as a kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship. Iranian terrorist naval ship can depart from Abadan, Iran, then travel Oman, the sea beach of Oman country, then travel the sea beach of Yemen, then travel the sea beach of Saudi Arabia. Well, then travel the sea beach of Somalia and Ethiopia. Then the travel the sea beach of Egypt, because they have to pass the Suez Canal. Then they can travel the sea beach of Greece. They can travel the sea beach of Italy. Then they can travel the sea beach of France. Then they can travel the sea beach of Spain. Then they can travel the sea beach of Portugal. Then they can travel the sea beach of they can travel the sea beach of Iran, Spain, and then they can travel the sea beach of Mexico. They can travel the Atlantic Ocean, and they can enter the Gulf of Mexico or Iran. I apologize. Then they can travel the Gulf of Mexico or America. Then they can arrive the Texas city, the provincial Texas, and the United States. Well, as we know, the 50,000 kilowatt of power would be need for the to generate the nuclear weapon in an Iranian nuclear project. But the problem is that 0.12972 percent of that power as a petrol fuel. Iranian terrorist naval ship can be the dangerous for the security of national security of the United States of America. And here is the big catch. Well, now we are going to the case 2. Okay, in case 2, that Iranian terrorist naval ship would depart the Afghan Iran and would arrive the Texas city, provincial state Texas, and the country is United States of America. What is via? Via is Panama Canal. Okay. Therefore, the distance is 29,423 kilometers. And what is the speed? The speed is 148 kilometers per hour. Well, what is the travel time? The travel time is 8 hours. I apologize. 8 days, 7 hours. Well, therefore, let's have the points. Okay. Now we would delete the memory. It would not necessary for now. There a normal calculator, not artificial intelligence. Okay. Now we know that one day is equal to 24 hours. Okay. What is 8 day? Okay. 8 day is well, 8 day is 24 multiplied by 8, and that is 192. And if we add this with 7 hours, what is that? That is 199. 199 hours. And what is the meaning of 199 hours? We know that 1 hour is 3600 seconds. 199 hour is 716,040 760,400 seconds. Well, here is the points. The point is 400, and we know the Iranian terrorists have based naval ship is 34,000 tons. That means 3,400 kilogram. Oh, I apologize. 34,000 tons. That means 34 million kilogram. Well, now, what is the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship? We know the equation of kinetic power, that is half m(s) square divided by t cube. M is 34 million kilogram. S is distance, that means 29,423 kilometer, and T is travel time, that is 8 hours. I apologize, 8 days, 7 hours. That means 716,400 seconds. Well, now what we have read, we have read the 17 million kilograms. Well, weight is m, and that is 34 million kilogram. Therefore, half m is 17 million kilogram. Okay. Now see what is the result. The result is 40,028 watt. Okay. Now here is the catch. 40,028 watt of kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship can be the threat of national security of United States of America. Well, but how? Let's have the points. When Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel the sea beach of Oman, then they can travel the sea beach of Pakistan, Karachi, then they can travel sea beach of Chennai. Oh, but at first they have to travel the sea beach of Mumbai, then they can travel the sea beach of Kerala province, then they can travel the sea beach of Chennai, then they can travel the sea beach of Visakhapatnam, then they can travel the sea beach of Kolkata, then they can travel the sea beach of Chittagong, Bangladesh, then they can travel the sea beach of Myanmar, then they can travel the sea beach of Malaysia, then they can travel the Pacific Ocean. Well, they can travel the Panama sea beach of Panama because they have to pass the Panama canals. Okay, they can travel the sea beach of Mexico, they can travel the sea beach of Cuba, then they can enter the Gulf of America to enter the Texas city, Texas, United States of America. Well, what ocean they can have to travel? They have to travel two oceans. Iranian terrorist naval ship have to travel two oceans. One ocean is Indian Ocean and one ocean is Pacific Ocean. And now, what would Iranian terrorist naval ship have to travel? Iranian terrorist naval ship have to travel the Arabian Sea, the Bay of Bengal, and the Gulf of Mexico and the Gulf of America. Well, in that route, what is 40,028 watt kinetic power? Well, here we go. 40,028 as input. Now we have to subtract with the power to generate nuclear weapon. And what is that? 50,000 50,000 kilowatt. And what is 50,000 kilowatt? 50,000 kilowatt means 50 million watt. And now let's have the percentage. What is percentage? 0.08%. It is not 0.1%. It is not 1%. It is 0.08% of the power to generate the nuclear weapon in Iranian nuclear project. And now, here we go. we have to see the 1 points. And what is that? Iranian terrorist naval ship. Well, when when I know that 0.08% of power to generate the nuclear weapon in Iranian nuclear project as a kinetic power of the petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship can be the threat of national security of the United States of America via the route of Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia, Pacific Ocean, Panama, Mexico, so, to enter the America. Then my girlfriend Gal Gadot would know the reality, as I know, because my girlfriend Gal Gadot is the Israeli Mossad agent, an ordinary Israeli Mossad agent. But I would surprise if Tulsi Gabbard does not know as Secretary of United States National Security Department. But I was shocked that she knew that the route is in the route of case 2. Iranian terrorist Haviel national ship can be threat of the United States of America. But surprisingly, I mean, as we are shocked that our Tulsi Gabbard contains no arrangement for the security of United States of America in that route. Well, in that route, we would concerned about India because India has a friendship with China, but while it would be bland friendship of India for Iran, because we know that the reality. And what is the reality, Wes? Okay. Well, here is the reality. The reality is weight of 400 kilograms. The Iranian terrorist military tank can be threat of Delhi with 10 watt kinetic power of the petrol or nuclear arc reactor of Iranian terrorist tank. Well, here is the I have mentioned. And what about what about Iranian fighter plane? 280 kilowatt. 278 kilowatt. Iranian fighter plane can be security of national threat of India, but still India keep friendship with Iranian terrorist government. India, sometimes we know that Indian friendship is sometimes as a open eyes and sometimes as a blind. Well, but what about United States. United States can have a base on Myanmar, can have a base on Malaysia, can have a base on Indonesia, and can have a base on Panama Canal. But Tulsi Gabbard did not arrange any security for United States of America to resist the Iranian terrorist naval ship. And that is the shocking points, as we know. Okay, well, here we got the 34 million kilogram. But sometimes Iranian terrorists send their terrorist naval thin ship, small ship. Well, now the small ship is 2,000 ton. That means 2 million kilograms. Therefore, layers of the parts, we have an input of the kinetic power 40,028 of Iranian terrorist heaviest ship. But what about a small ship? Then we have we will have to divide the number with 34 and then multiply by 2. What would be that? That would be 2,354.588,23529 watt. Well, the round figure is 2,355. Now we would divide the power with the power to generate the nuclear weapon. And what is that? That is 50,000 kilowatt. And what is 50,000 kilowatt? That is 50 million watt. Then we multiplied by what? 100 to get a percentage. What is the percentage? The percentage is 0.004. Well, you can be shocked that within a small ship, Iranian terrorist naval small ship contains 0.004% of power to generate nuclear weapon as a kinetic power of petrol of nuclear terrorist small naval ship to travel 29,423 kilometers within the travel time of 8 days 7 hours, to be a threat of the national security of the United States of America. Now, I know the reality. We have checked. My girlfriend Gal Gadot, as an Israeli Mossad agent, know the reality. But it would be shocking if I would surprise if the Tulsi Gabbard, the United States National Security Secretary, would not know the reality. But shocking like that, United States of Tulsi Gabbard is an Tulsi Gabbard knew the reality as the CIA information to Tulsi Gabbard about Iran, where Israeli informer is Gal Gadot. But still, But still, Tulsi Gabbard has not arranged to resist the 0.00001. I mean, have to resist the use of 1e minus 9% power to generate nuclear weapon. Tulsi Gabbard did not have any stake, and that was too shocking about the points. Well, I would not know if our well, my next live project is Amatullah Khomeini, but I have to have information about Amatullah Khomeini. Well, and now here is well, what if that would be the Iranian terrorist naval boat in lieu of Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship, and that would be 34,000 tons. I apologize. That would be 34 tons. That means 34,000 kilograms. And what would be the kinetic power of the petrol of United Terrorist Naval Boat? That would be 40.028 watt. That means 41 watt round as a round figure. And now let's have a check. We would love to check the points. 40.028 divided by the power to generate a nuclear weapon. What is nuclear? What is that? The power? The power is 50,000 kilowatt. What is 50,000 kilowatt? That is 50 million watt. Then we convert into the percentage, and what would be that? That would be 0.00008%. Well, within 0.00008% of the power to generate a nuclear weapon as the kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval boat, as the via of Panama Canal, Iranian terrorist naval boat can be a national threat, or a threat of the national security of the United States of America. I know the reality. My girlfriend Gal Gadot know the reality, but as United States National Security Department Secretary, Tulsi Gabbard doesn't know this. Is it possible? No. Tulsi Gabbard knew the reality, but still Tulsi Gabbard didn't arrange the security on Indian Oceans and Malaysian Pacific Oceans and Panama Canals to counter the Iranian terrorist naval boat. And that is the shocking. We have known that. Well, we know that Pakistan, we know that India is blind friend of Iran. But in the case Pakistan would have eyes, but still, as a security, as a in American ally, Pakistan would have eyes, but still, Iranian terrorist naval heavier naval ship or Iranian terrorist small naval ship or Iranian terrorist naval boat can travel the sea beach of Karachi, Pakistan, and the sea beach of Godarport, Balochistan, Pakistan, and that is the shock of Asif Munir. Well, as I have roasted Mufassil Islam in a video, we are no. We came to know that Pakistan is Pakistani intelligence ISI intelligence power is too low. They cannot do anything. I mean, they can do nothing without the permission of Central Intelligence Agency. And Central Intelligence Agency under into United States National Security Department. Well, why Tulsi Gabbard did not alert the ISI, particularly Asif Munir, to resist in an Iranian terrorist naval heavier ship or naval small ship or naval boat? Oh, I have forgot that Tulsi Gabbard's parents born in some of Tulsi Gabbard's parents are born in India, and Tulsi Gabbard is we can say that Tulsi Gabbard is a converted Hindu. Well, now she would try to have an alliance with India, but still Tulsi Gabbard did not alert Narendra Modi to resist the Iranian terrorist naval ship. Tulsi Gabbard did not alert the Ajit Doval to resist in Iranian terrorist naval ship. Tulsi Gabbard did not alert the Indian Defense Minister Rajnath Singh to resist Iranian terrorist naval ship. And Iranian terrorist naval ship can travel Surat beach, Mumbai beach, Goa beach, Kerala beach, sea beach, Chennai sea beach, Visakhapatnam sea beach without any resistance. Well, while Pakistan is an ally of United States of America, then Bangladesh would be the ally of United States of America in the governance of Chief Advisor Dr. Muhammad Yunus. Then why Tulsi Gabbard did not alert Dr. Muhammad Yunus or Bangladeshi General Wakar Ruzzaman, Bangladeshi General Wakaruজ্জামান to resist Iranian terrorist naval ship of any type in Mangla, Bola and Chittagong, I would have surprised. While the rumor from the Bangladeshi is that Our Chittagong and Saint Martin goes to the order of the United States Military Department. Then why? Well, United States Military Department is under the United States National Security Department. Then why Tulsi Gabbard did not alert to Dr. Muhammad Yunus, or why Tulsi Gabbard alert neither Dr. Muhammad Yunus nor Bangladeshi Army General Wakaruজ্জামান as shocked. And now, here we go. We have the points. We are going to case number 4. Case number 3. What is case number 3? Case number 3 is Iranian terrorist heavier national ship can depart from Abadan, Iran and arrive to the Texas City, Texas provincial state of the country, the United States of America. What is where? Where is Strait of Magellan? It is the points of. It would be the sea beach of Argentina. Well, let's find. Then the distance is 37,182 kilometers. And what is the speed? The speed is 148 kilometers per hour. And what is the travel time? Travel time is 10 days 11 hours. Okay. What is 10 days 11 hours? Let's come to know. Okay. Now I would delete the memory of calculator. I would not read it. Okay. Well, what is meaning of 10 days? Well, one day is 24 hours. Therefore, 10 days is 240 hours. And what is 11 hours to add the 10 days? That is 251 hours. What is meaning of 251 hours? We know that 1 hour is 360. I apologize. 100 hours is equal to 3600 seconds. Therefore, what is the meaning of 251 hours? That is 903,600 hours. Okay. Here I have mentioned. Well, I have mentioned the heavier terrorist naval ship weight is 34,000 tons. What is the meaning of 34,000 tons? The meaning of 34,000 tons is 34 million kilograms. And now we know the equation of kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship. And what is the kinetic power equation? The equation of kinetic power is P equal to half m multiplied by s square divided by t cube. Here, what is m? M is weight, that is 34 million kilogram. Therefore, what is half m? Half is m is 17 million kilogram. Okay. What is this distance? What is value of distance here? The value of distance is 37,182 kilometer. What is value meaning of 37,182 kilometer? We know that 37 we know that 1 kilometer is 1,000 meter. 37,000 kilometer. I forgot that 37 kilometer is 37,000 meter. While 37,000 kilometer, that is 37 million meter. Therefore, what is the meaning of 37,182 kilometer? That is 37,100. I apologize. That is 37,182,000 meters. Well, therefore, we have the calculation. The calculation is 31,856. Well, 31,856 watt. Well, as the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship. Okay. Now, what is 31,856? Let's check it out. Okay. 31,856 as a now 31,856 watt is divided by the power to generate a nuclear weapon. And what is that? 50,000 kilowatt. And what is 50,000 kilowatt? 50,000 kilowatt is 50,000 watt. Then convert it to percentage. Now what is that? That is 0.063712%. Well, while 0.063712% of the power to generate a nuclear weapon as the kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship can be the threat of national security of United States of America. That is the large concern. Well, now let's explain the route. So, explain the route is that now Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship has to travel the sea beach of country of Oman. Then well, we have to take a rest of my hand. Well, then the Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship has to travel the sea beach of Gouda port. What is location of Gouda port? Gouda port is under the Balochistan province. Nowadays, I have concerned if Balochistan became an independent state. Well, but for now, we have to say Balochistan as a provincial state of Pakistan. Well, rest of the points. Then the Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship has to travel the sea beach of Pakistan, Karachi, that is under Sindh provincial state of Pakistan. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Surat, that is under Gujarat provincial state of India. Then the tourist naval ship would travel the sea beach of Mumbai, that is under the provincial state of Maharashtra of India. Then the tourist naval ship has to travel the sea beach of Goa. Then the security, the tourist naval ship has to travel the sea beach of Tamil Nadu, Kanyakumari, the provincial state of Tamil Nadu. Then the sea beach of Chennai, then the sea beach of Visakhapatnam under the state of Andhra Pradesh, I mean Telangana. Then Kolkata, the sea beach of West Bengal. Then Mangla, Chittagong, the sea beach of Bangladesh. Then Kuala Lumpur. Oh no, that would be not Kuala. Then sea beach of Kuala Lumpur. Then the Iranian terrorist heavy naval ship has to travel the Pacific Ocean. Then they has to travel the sea beach of Bolivia. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Peru. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Chile. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Argentina. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Brazil. Then they have to travel the sea beach of British Ghana and French Ghana. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Venezuela. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Colombia. Then they have to travel the sea beach of Australia, sea beach of Nicaragua. Then have to travel the sea beach of Mexico, and then they have to reach the Texas City, the provincial state Texas. The country is United States of America. Now here for 0.063172% of the power to generate nuclear weapon as a kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval ship that is a threat of the national security of United States of America. I know the points. I know the reality. Okay. Gal Gadot know the reality, but Gal Gadot know the reality since Gal Gadot is Israeli informer of CIA of the United States of America under the United States National Security Department Secretary Tulsi Gabbard, then it wo- it would be tough for us to believe it that Tulsi Gabbard did not know this. Of course, Tulsi Gabbard know this the points, but she did not have any arrangement to secure the United States of America sovereignty uh, in the route of in case 3 of Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship. But now, here we go. We have to say about the national small ship. We know the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship, and that is 31,856. Okay. Now let's uh, divide it the number by 34, then multiple by 2. What is that? That is 1,873.882352941176. That means as a round figure, the power is 1,874 watt as the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist small naval ship. And let's find out the comparison of the kinetic power with the nuclear weapon. Okay. What is the power of to generate nuclear weapon? That is 50,000 kilowatt. What is 50,000 kilowatt? That is 50 million watt. Now say the percentage. 0.375%. Okay. Now where I and Gal Gadot know that 0.0375% of the power to generate a nuclear weapon as the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist small naval ship can be a threat of for the national security of United States of America in the route of case 3. Then I hope Tulsi Gabbard knew the reality, because she is the United States National Security Department Secretary. But still, she did not arrange any security system to resist the Iranian terrorist small ship with the route of case 3, where via is Strait of Magellan. That means the sea beach of Chile and Argentina. In the now as route sea and ocean as route, Iranian terrorist Iranian terrorist naval ship have to pass Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, and repeatedly Indian Ocean, then Pacific Ocean, then Pacific, then the Southern Ocean, then Atlantic Ocean, then the Iranian terrorist small naval ship have to enter the Gulf of Mexico. Then Iranian terrorist small naval ship has to enter the well uh, Gulf of America. Then they have to enter the Texas city, the provincial of Texas, the United States of America. Well, but the arrangements in that route, the in the naval route as sea and ocean, Tulsi Gabbard, the United States Security, National Security Department Secretary, did not arrange any secure system to resist the Iranian terrorist naval ship if to be small. But what if that would be Iranian terrorist naval boat? Okay, then the weight of the boat would be 34,000 kilograms. Therefore, the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship would be 31.856 watt. Well, what would be that? Let's come to have a find. Okay, 31.856. That would be divided by the power to generate the nuclear weapon. And what is that? That is 50,000 kilowatt. What is 50,000 kilowatt? That is 50 million watt. Then convert the percentage. What would be that? 6.4 E minus 4%. Now, where 6.7, oh, I apologize, while 6.7, oh, I apologize, while 6.3712 E minus 4 enter percentage of the power of Iranian terrorist and I apologize, while 6.3712 E4, I apologize, while 6.3712 E minus 4% of power to generate nuclear weapon as a kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist naval boat can pass the Arabian Sea, can pass Indian Ocean, can pass Bay of Bengal, then can pass Indian Ocean repeatedly, then can pass Pacific Ocean, then can pass Southern Ocean, then can pass Atlantic Ocean to enter Gulf of Mexico and Gulf of America. Well, it is and I and my girlfriend Calgato know the reality, as we have mentioned on. Then still Tulsi Gabbard, the United States Security Department Secretary, did not arrange the security system to reset the Indian terrorist naval port. That would be a favor to sink on a jug of water, and that means this is the crystal shameful to live. Well, I salute to the Tulsi Gabbard as still alive as a shameful United States. I mean, I salute Tulsi Gabbard because she remains uh, a shameful woman to be United States National Security Department Secretary for 6 months. I salute it. And now well, I did not mention as the last cases of the story. Well, I would mention the last case of the story, but perhaps I would believe that it would be not last case of story. And this is case 4. Iranian terrorist naval ship depart from Abadan, Iran, and they have to arrive Texas City. The provincial Texas country is the United States of America. Well, here we go to know that Iranian this is the heaviest weight naval ship. The weight is 34,000 tons. That means 34 million kilograms. Okay. Via is Caf home. The distance is 37,302 kilometer. We know the speed is 148 kilometer per hour. Well, the travel time is 10 hour 12 the 10 days 12 hour. Okay, as we know that what is the meaning of 10 days? We know that the value of 1 day is 24 hours. Therefore, the value of 10 days is 240 hours of is the value of 10 days. Now, if we add 10 days by 12 hours, that is 252 hours. And what is the points? There we have to say that it is the clear-cut points. We have seen that 10 days 11 hours is 3,600 seconds. Therefore, 10 days 12 hours is 9,000. I apologize. 907,200 seconds. It is a great deal. Now we know the kinetic. We know the equation of kinetic power of Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship. The kinetic power is half m multiplied by s square divided by t cube. Okay, we know that weight of Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship is 34 million kilograms. Therefore, half of Indian Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship is 17 million kilograms. And what is the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship? That is 30. That is 31,682. Now here is the comparison between the kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist heavier naval ship and the power to generate nuclear weapon. Let's find out. 31,682 divided by 50 million. Now that would be the percentage. Well, what is the percentage? The percentage is 0.063364%. Well, now what is the root? Well, the root is simple. They have to travel. They have to travel. The Arabic Sea, the sea beach of Gwadar Port, then of the Balochistan provincial state of Pakistan, sea beach of Karachi, the Sindh state of Pakistan, sea beach of Surat, the Gujarat state of Pakistan, sea beach of Mumbai, the Maharashtra state of provincial state of India, sea beach of Goa state of India, sea beach of Kerala state of India, sea beach of Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu state of India, sea beach and the sea is Indian Ocean, sea beach of Chennai, the Tamil Nadu provincial state of India, sea is Indian Ocean, Kolkata as a Bay of Bengal, sea beach of Kolkata, West Bengal provincial state of India, Mangla, sea beach of Mangla, Bangladesh, sea beach of Bola, Barishal division, Bangladesh, sea beach of Chittagong division, Bangladesh, sea beach of Cox's Bazar, Chittagong division of Bangladesh, sea beach of Malaysia, Indian Ocean, sea beach of Indonesia, Indian Ocean, sea beach of Australia, Southern Ocean, sea beach of New Zealand, Southern Ocean. They did not enter any Pacific Ocean, sea beach of Chile, Southern Ocean, sea beach of Argentina, Southern Ocean. Sea beach of Argentina, Atlantic Ocean. Sea beach of Brazil, Atlantic Ocean. Sea beach of British Guiana, Atlantic Ocean. Sea beach of French Guiana, Atlantic Ocean. Sea beach of Venezuela, Atlantic Ocean. Sea beach of Colombia, Atlantic Ocean. Sea beach of Nicaragua, the Gulf of Mexico. Sea beach of Mexico, the Gulf of Mexico. Sea beach of Cuba, the Gulf of America. And then the Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship can enter the Texas city, the provincial state of Texas, the United States of America. Well, in that route, while 0.063372. Oh, I apologize. I have forgot the value. Well, 0.063364 of the power to generate nuclear weapon as the kinetic power of the petrol of Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship can enter Texas city, the provincial state of Texas, the country of United States of America, passing through the Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, repeatedly Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Gulf of America, then it is definitely the national threat of national security of United States of America. Well, this is the national threat for United States of American security, as we know. I know the security threat reality. Gal Gadot know the security threat reality, and Gal Gadot is in the case Gal Gadot is Israeli informer of CIA. CIA is under Tulsi Gabbard as a United States National Security Department chief, department secretary. So hence Tulsi Gabbard know the points, but still the problem is Tulsi Gabbard did not arrange any security system against Iranian terrorist naval heavy ship. Well, what if that would be the Iranian terrorist small naval ship? Well, we know the kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval ship, heaviest naval ship, is 31,682 watts. And the weight of Iranian terrorist heaviest naval ship is 34 million kilogram. But we know that Iranian terrorist small naval ship is 2 million kilogram. Hence, let's focus on the calculator. Okay, 31,682 divided by 34 and multiplied by 2. And now, what is the answer? The answer of kinetic power of petrol of Iranian terrorist small naval ship is 1,863.6470588235294116. Well, And no, then now we have to divide it by the power to generate a nuclear weapon. What is that? That is 50,000 kilowatt. What is 50,000 kilowatt? That is 50 million watt. Okay. We got to know. Here is the percentage. The percentage is 0.00373%. Well, now in the root of case 4, while 0.00372% of the power to generate the nuclear weapon as a kinetic power of Iranian terrorist small naval ship can be a threat for the national security of the United States of America. I know the threat measurement. Gal Gadot know the threat measurement, but and definitely Tulsi Gabbard, the United States National Security Department Secretary, knows the points. The threat measurement, but still Tulsi Gabbard did not arrange any security strong security system on the route against Iranian terrorist small naval ship. But now, what if that would be Iranian terrorist naval boat? Let's find out. Well, that would be Iranian terrorist naval boat. We have to join the points, and what would be that? The power, weight would be 34 tons, that means 34,000 kilograms. And what would be that? 31.682 divided by the power of the power to generate the nuclear weapon. What is that? 50,000 kilowatt. What is 50,000 kilowatt? 50 million watt. Then came to the percentage. Okay. What is that? That is 0. Well, that is 0.000063364. Now, in the root of case 4, 0.4 times 0, 63364% of the power to generate nuclear weapon as a kinetic power of Iranian terrorist naval boat can be the threat of national security of United States of America. Then and as we know, as I know the threat measurement, security threat measurement, Gal Gadot know the sovereignty threat measurement, then definitely Tulsi Gabbard would know the security threat measurement. But still, Tulsi Gabbard did not arrange any security system against Iranian terrorist naval boat. And this is the point we have to die uh, on the Pacific Ocean. I mean, as a if I was the Secretary of United States National Security Department and I did not arrange the security system like this, I would sink on the Mariana Trench and die. But I salute Tulsi Gabbard because to be a shameful woman to be Secretary of the United States Security Department. Well, I hope that would be 2 GB would be the end, and hence it would be the points that we would have the secretary measurement, and my energy is now at the finish, but my energy would not be at the finish if I can measure the next thread. But in 2 hours of in 2 hours of the life, I have lost 40% of my mobile charging. But and I would spend perhaps 2 GB. Well, see you on the next point live about the point about the topic with part 1. Khuda Hafiz.